Beloved chosen one, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and let the weight of this moment settle over you. Heaven has quieted the noise of your world just to reach you right now, in this space and in this time. Everything around you may be bustling with distractions, but there is something that must be heard, something that is meant just for you. In the midst of your journey, in the midst of all that has been happening in your life, Heaven has chosen this time to speak directly to you. This is no accident, no mere coincidence. This is the moment where you reflect on the path you've walked, the path that at times seemed difficult, unseen, and even misunderstood. But you chose it. You chose righteousness over temptation. You chose the narrow way, the one less traveled, the one that sometimes made you feel like you were standing alone, the one that cost you comfort, and at times, your peace of mind. This message is for you, chosen one. You have made decisions that others may not have understood. There were times when the world offered easy promises, when compromise whispered in your ear, trying to lure you away from the higher calling you felt deep within your spirit. But you resisted. You didn't choose the easy path. You didn't follow the crowd, and you didn't bend to the pressure around you. You chose the way of righteousness, even when it was hard, even when it seemed like you were the only one walking it. You said no to the comfort of fitting in, and yes to the discomfort of standing firm in your faith. And even in those moments when you felt like silence was your only reward, Heaven saw you. In fact, Heaven has always been watching, not just with casual observation, but with deep affection and a divine sense of approval. You may have wondered if your choices mattered when no one was applauding, when no one saw the quiet sacrifices you made, when your acts of obedience were left unrecognized by the world. You may have even questioned if it was worth it, if all those moments of choosing what was right over what was easy were truly seen. The answer is this: they were seen. Every moment you chose to obey when no one else was around to notice was recorded in Heaven's eternal ledger. Every act of righteousness, every time you turned away from temptation, every time you held your tongue when you could have fought back, every time you walked away from what glittered but was never gold, Heaven noticed. God saw it. And not only did He see it, but He also called it holy. Your obedience, though it may have seemed small or insignificant to the world, was loud in Heaven. It echoed across eternity, resonating with a strength and power that cannot be measured by earthly standards. Choosing righteousness over compromise, as you did, is a powerful act. It is not just about following rules or fulfilling obligations. It is about aligning your heart with the divine will, choosing God's path even when it leads you through the wilderness, even when it requires you to stand alone. It is about trusting that the promises of God are far greater than any temporary satisfaction the world can offer. You made that choice, and it was not easy. It cost you something, and it may have felt like a sacrifice. But let me remind you, obedience is never a loss. It is an investment. Each moment of obedience you made in secret was like a seed being planted, a seed that will now begin to break open and bear fruit. The waiting, the silence, the seeming lack of reward, they were not wasted. Heaven was working in the background, cultivating the soil of your spirit, preparing you for the harvest that is about to come. In the eyes of man, these moments may have seemed insignificant. The world may have failed to recognize your inner battles, your quiet victories, your steadfast resolve, but I assure you, they were never overlooked by God. In fact, it is often in the stillness, in the quiet moments of choosing right, when no one is watching, that Heaven's approval is most strongly felt. For the chosen one, obedience is not a mere task. It is the key to unlocking the doors of destiny. And though you may have faced delays, challenges, and moments of doubt, Heaven has always been preparing you. What you may have thought was silence was actually God's strategy. He was testing your faith, refining your heart, and positioning you for something greater. So, take this moment now to reflect. Look back on the path you have walked and know that every step of obedience, every moment of resistance, Every time you chose God's way over the world's, those decisions were not in vain. Heaven has seen them. God has seen them. And now, the time of reward is near. The seeds you planted in the soil of your faith are about to break through, and the blessings that once seemed distant are now within your reach. Your obedience is about to be rewarded in ways that will not only bless you, but will ripple out, impacting those around you, your family, your lineage, and generations to come. You are the one who chose righteousness when it cost you comfort. You are the one who stood firm when others bowed. And now, your reward is on the way. Trust that heaven remembers, and trust that your obedience will never go unrewarded. Choosing the narrow path is never easy. It's the road that winds its way through rugged terrain, the one less traveled by many, but the one you chose. The world around you offered the comforts of compromise, the sweet temptation to take the easier route, to fit in, to take shortcuts that would have seemed harmless at first. But something within you, something deep in your soul, refused to bend. You stood firm when the world whispered for you to yield, when it seemed like following the crowd would have made things so much simpler. The pressure to conform, to take the easy road, was overwhelming at times. The easy promises of the world looked so tempting, offering you immediate satisfaction, comfort, and approval. But you chose something greater. You chose righteousness. You chose to honor the call of God, even when it came at the cost of worldly comforts. You chose the narrow path, the one that was often lonely, the one that seemed steep and full of struggle. And that decision, that crucial moment when you decided to stand firm for what is right, was not a small one. It was a defining moment of divine testing. In that moment, you were tested in the deepest places of your heart. You faced the battle between what was easy and what was right. It's a struggle that every chosen one faces. The world tempts us with shortcuts and easy ways out, but obedience to God requires strength, patience, and faith. It requires choosing long-term blessings over temporary satisfaction. You could have chosen the easy road, the one that promised immediate rewards. You could have compromised your values, given in to the pressures of the world, and avoided the discomfort of standing firm. But you chose the hard way. You chose to trust God even when it didn't make sense, even when it cost you something significant. It was the cost of obedience. And though the world may never fully understand your decision, heaven sees it. Every time you chose what was right over what was easy, you were investing in something eternal, something far greater than any temporary reward the world could offer. The cost was high, but the rewards will be immeasurable. The reason you could resist the lure of compromise, the reason you chose the narrow path, is because of something far deeper within you. You were set apart by your divine DNA. You were never meant to be ordinary, never meant to blend in with the crowd. There is something within you that called you to a higher standard, a higher purpose. You were created with a unique calling, a purpose that could not be fulfilled by following the crowd or taking the easy route. Your resistance to compromise wasn't just a display of strength, it was a manifestation of the divine DNA within you, a reminder that you are not like everyone else. You were made for more. Your path is different, your calling unique. The strength to resist, the strength to endure, the strength to keep walking the narrow path, even when no one else understands. All of it comes from that divine spark within you. In the quiet moments, in the hidden places where no one saw, your obedience mattered. You did not obey because others were watching. You obeyed because you knew that God was watching. Heaven was recording every moment of faithfulness, every act of obedience, even the ones that seemed insignificant. When you said no to temptation, when you resisted the urge to give in, when you chose what was right, even when it was difficult, heaven took note. Every moment you chose to honor God, every time you stood firm in your faith, every time you resisted the easy choices of the world, it was recorded in heaven's eternal ledger. And it matters. Every quiet act of obedience, every single yes to God's will, even when it seemed to go unnoticed by the world, has weight in the spiritual realm. It may have seemed like no one saw, but God did. And what seemed like a silent act of obedience was far more powerful than you may have realized. In the eyes of heaven, every act of obedience is significant. Every moment of standing firm, every instance of choosing righteousness over compromise, echoes throughout eternity. It's easy to obey when everyone is watching, when there's applause, when there's recognition. But the true test of obedience comes in the hidden places, in the quiet moments when no one is there to commend you, when it seems like your sacrifice is going unnoticed, when the world keeps moving forward and you are left standing alone in your decision to do what is right. But you remained faithful. You did not need the applause of others. You did not need the recognition. You knew that your obedience was not about what others saw, but about what God saw. It was about honoring God's will in the quiet places when no one else was around to witness your sacrifice. And that is where your true strength lies. Your obedience was not for show. It was not for earthly recognition. It was for God. It was for His glory. And heaven saw it all. You may have wondered if it was worth it, if all the sacrifices you made, all the moments when you chose God's way over the world's, were truly worth it. It didn't always feel like it, did it? It may have felt like your obedience went unnoticed, like your efforts were in vain, like your faithfulness was met with silence. But the truth is this: nothing you have done has been in vain. Every act of obedience, every yes to God's will, has been recorded and stored up in heaven. And now, the time of reward is near. The seed of obedience you planted in the hidden soil is about to break through, and the blessings that seemed delayed are on their way. What seemed like silent moments of sacrifice were actually the moments where heaven was working behind the scenes, preparing you for what is to come. Your obedience was not just for you. It has a ripple effect. It will not only bless you, but also those around you, and even those who come after you. Every decision you made to follow God's will, even when it cost you something, has become a foundation for future blessings, for future generations. You have laid the groundwork for something greater, something that will impact not just your life, but the lives of others. Your obedience is not just a personal victory. It is a victory for the kingdom of God, a victory that will echo through the generations. As you reflect on the cost of obedience, remember that the reward will far outweigh the price you paid. What you may have lost in the short term, you will gain back in abundance. The blessings of obedience are eternal, and they come from a place of deep, divine purpose. The road was never meant to be easy, but it was always worth it. You chose the narrow path, and now you are about to see the fruit of your faithfulness. You did the right thing. Your obedience is being rewarded, and heaven is about to open the doors that your obedience has unlocked. The reward is not just for you, it is for those around you, for your family, for your future. And the best part? This is just the beginning. What you have sown in obedience will continue to bear fruit for years to come. So stand tall, chosen one. You are entering a new season, one where the cost of obedience is revealed as the greatest investment you could have made. In the stillness of your journey, you may have felt as though you were forgotten. Perhaps you watched others around you seemingly prosper, while your own life appeared to be at a standstill, moving at a pace that seemed impossibly slow. The dreams, the prayers, the promises, they all seemed distant, buried beneath the weight of time. It was as if you were on pause while the world around you moved forward without you. You may have wondered why your season of waiting had stretched on so long. You may have questioned whether your obedience was truly worth it if you couldn't see any visible results. But hear this, chosen one. You were never forgotten. The silence you experienced was not abandonment. It was divine refinement. While the world raced ahead, heaven was working in you, preparing you for something far greater than you could have imagined. Your waiting was not punishment. It was a divine calibration. God, in His infinite wisdom, trusted you with the stillness. He trusted you to endure when there was no external sign of progress. He knew that you were being prepared in ways you couldn't see, for a destiny far beyond what you could grasp in the moment. The silence was never an indication that your prayers were unheard or that your faith was in vain. Quite the opposite. It was a period of divine alignment. Heaven was aligning your heart, your circumstances, your purpose, and your timing. In the quiet, you were being shaped, molded, and tested. In the absence of visible progress, your faith was being deepened. In the stillness, your trust in God was being tested, not to break you, but to strengthen you. This waiting season wasn't just about enduring, it was about becoming. It was in these quiet moments, when nothing seemed to be happening outwardly, that your spirit was being refined, your character strengthened, and your readiness for the next season of your life solidified. God knew what He was doing. His silence was not empty, it was full of purpose. He was preparing you, not just for what was to come, but for who you were to become. This was not a time of stagnation. It was a time of deep preparation. Obedience, you see, is not just about following a set of rules or doing what's right in the moment. It is a key. Obedience is the divine key that unlocks doors that cannot be opened by prayer alone. You may have prayed fervently, asked for guidance, and sought answers, but it was your obedience that would open the doors. Your obedience to God's will was the unlocking mechanism for the blessings that were to come. You might not have seen immediate results, and that is because the true rewards of obedience do not always come immediately. The fulfillment of God's promises often comes at the appointed time, not when we demand it, but when heaven knows we are ready. The waiting period is where the foundation is built, where trust is cultivated, where we learn the value of patience and the importance of timing in God's divine plan. This season of stillness was not a wasted season. It was a season of preparation, a season where God was calibrating your destiny, aligning everything in your life to meet the right moment. The words from the book of Habakkuk 2:3 come as a reminder to you today. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. This passage is not just a reminder of God's promises. It is a declaration that everything is aligning for your divine purpose. The waiting you have endured, the silence you've felt, and the delays you've experienced were all part of God's perfect timing. You were never behind. While it may have seemed like others were getting ahead, heaven was strategically positioning you. What seemed like a delay was not a denial. It was the time God was using to shape your heart, to refine your spirit, and to prepare you for the abundant blessings that were about to unfold. As you stood in silence, waiting, the seed of your obedience was being planted. The acts of faithfulness you sowed in the quiet places, the moments when you chose righteousness over convenience, when you resisted the easy ways out, those were the seeds being planted in the soil of your destiny. At times, it may have seemed like nothing was happening, like your efforts were going unnoticed, like your faith was being tested beyond endurance. But remember this: seeds take time to grow. They are buried in the ground, unseen, but underneath the surface, something powerful is happening. What seemed like a hidden season was actually a time of growth beneath the soil. A time when the roots of your obedience were being firmly established, so that when the time for growth came, the fruit would be abundant. Heaven has been working behind the scenes, stirring the soil, making sure the seed of obedience would grow into something magnificent. And now, as the time of waiting comes to a close, that seed is beginning to sprout. What was once hidden beneath the surface is starting to break free. The reward for your faithfulness is now stirring, ready to manifest in ways that you can begin to see and experience. Heaven's whisper has already begun. The time has come for the reward to begin manifesting. What once seemed hidden, what you may have thought was lost or delayed, is now stirring beneath the surface, preparing to break through. The seed of obedience you planted is now sprouting, and with it, comes a harvest that you could never have imagined. Your patience and your faithfulness in the quiet, unseen moments are about to bear fruit. What you thought was wasted time, what you thought was silence, was actually the fertile ground for this very moment of breakthrough. Your obedience has unlocked the door, and now the rewards of your faithfulness are rushing in. What was once just a seed of hope, a quiet prayer, a small act of obedience, is now beginning to grow into something powerful. Something that will not only bless you, but will overflow into the lives of those around you. As you reflect on this season of waiting, remember that it was never in vain. Every moment of stillness, every moment of silence was working for your good. Heaven has been at work, even when you couldn't see it. Your faithfulness, your perseverance, your ability to remain obedient in the unseen moments, it all matters. And now, the time of waiting is over. The seed of obedience has been buried, and now it is beginning to rise. The reward that you've been waiting for is no longer distant. It is here, stirring beneath the surface, ready to break through into your life. The time for your breakthrough has come, chosen one. Your reward is on its way, and it will not be delayed any longer. The time has come for the hidden work to be revealed. The season of silence and waiting was not without purpose. It was the preparation for the greatest harvest of all. Every moment of obedience, every quiet act of surrender, has positioned you, chosen one, for a season of divine reward and recognition. This reward is not just for you. It is a reward that will ripple out and touch your entire lineage, transforming not only your life, but the lives of those who will come after you. The acts of obedience you've made, the moments of standing firm when everything around you was in chaos, have set the stage for something far greater than what your eyes have seen so far. It is a divine harvest that is now beginning to manifest in your life. The time of your reward has come, and it will be a reward that is far greater than anything the world could ever offer. But this reward is not just material. It is a transformation of your entire being, a step into a greater destiny, and a divine appointment that will extend beyond your lifetime. What you sowed in obedience, in secret, is now coming into the light, and it will be seen by all, not just those around you, but by heaven itself. The harvest of obedience that you are entering is a powerful one, and it is one that will have generational effects. This reward is not just a momentary blessing. It is a transformation that will impact your entire lineage. You see, every act of surrender, every moment of saying yes to God when the world called you to compromise, has paved the way for something that will extend far beyond your own life. Your faithfulness is now unlocking the blessings not only for you, but for generations to come. This is the power of obedience. It doesn't just bless you, it changes the trajectory of entire families, communities, and legacies. What you have done in secret is now coming to the forefront, and heaven is about to reward you openly. You are about to see the fruit of every sacrifice you made in silence, every tear you shed when no one was watching, and every time you chose to walk in faith when it seemed easier to walk away. What seemed like small, hidden moments are now being turned into a divine reward that will echo for generations. The harvest is not just about what you will receive, but about what will be passed down to those who follow in your footsteps. But your obedience has also activated something else: divine compensation. The things that were once withheld, the blessings that seemed distant, are now being released. This is a season where what you once thought was lost is now being returned to you. Your perseverance has been the key that unlocked this season of divine compensation. God saw every moment of waiting, every step you took when it seemed like you were getting nowhere. He saw your endurance when everything around you seemed to be moving in the opposite direction. And now, heaven is responding. The blessings that were once withheld from you are flowing freely, and they are flowing in abundance. You are stepping into a season of restoration, where everything that was lost is being returned, but not in the way you expect. The things that were taken, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, and the times when it seemed like others were moving forward while you were left behind. They were all part of God's divine plan to position you for something greater. You are about to receive the compensation for every moment of sacrifice, every moment when you trusted God in the silence, and every moment when you chose obedience over comfort. The beauty of divine compensation is that it is not just about what you receive in the material world. It is also spiritual, an increase in your anointing, in your clarity, and in your purpose. God is not just blessing you with material rewards. He is empowering you with spiritual strength and wisdom. What was once hidden in you is now being revealed. You are stepping into your divine assignment with authority, purpose, and clarity. The gifts that were lying dormant within you are now being activated. Your purpose is becoming clearer, and you are beginning to walk with a renewed sense of divine calling. The reward you are receiving is not just for personal gain, it is for the kingdom. You are being entrusted with greater responsibility to carry heaven's light into the darkness. What you have learned in the silence, what you have been refined in during your waiting, is now being used to empower you to lead others. You are being called to guide those who are lost, to bring healing to those who are broken, and to lead others into redemption. This is the true reward of obedience, the ability to be a vessel for God's love and light, to carry the divine blessings you have received and share them with the world. As you step into this new season, you will carry the favor of God in ways you never imagined. His hand is upon you, and His light is shining through you. The harvest that you are entering is not just for you to enjoy in isolation. It is for you to share with others. God is positioning you to be a beacon of hope, a source of healing, and a reflection of His love. The light that you now carry will illuminate the path for others to follow. As you step forward into this new season, know that God's favor is not only for you, it is for those around you, those whose lives you will touch because of the obedience you've walked in. Your obedience has set the stage for a divine outpouring that will bless others in ways you cannot yet see. You are about to walk in a new authority, one that comes from being tested, refined, and found faithful. The reward is not just personal, it is generational. It is a divine inheritance, and it is meant to be shared. You are stepping into a time where the world will see the fruit of your obedience. You will be seen and recognized, not for your own glory, but for the glory of God. Your life will testify to His faithfulness, His love, and His ability to turn everything that was meant for harm into something beautiful. What was once hidden in the dark will now shine in the light, and you will be a living testimony of the power of obedience. This is the season where heaven rewards you openly, where the blessings you have waited for will pour into your life in abundance. Your faithfulness has been recorded in heaven, and now it is time for the world to see the fruit of that faithfulness. Your obedience has set the stage for this divine unveiling. It is time for the unseen to become visible. The light you have carried in the darkness is about to shine brighter than ever before. Your reward has come, and with it, a new beginning, a beginning of empowerment, purpose, and clarity. This is your time, chosen one. The harvest of your obedience is here. Stand firm and watch as God unfolds His plan for your life in ways you never imagined. The reward is not just for you, it is for the world to see, to be touched by, and to be transformed by. God is about to do something remarkable through you, and it all begins now. The time has come, chosen one, to celebrate the reward of your faithfulness. You have walked a long and difficult road, one that was often quiet, filled with moments where your obedience seemed to go unnoticed. But heaven has seen every step you took in faith, every act of surrender, every time you chose righteousness over the easier path has been recorded in heaven's eternal ledger. Now, the reward for your faithfulness is not just a blessing for you alone. It is a legacy that will ripple across generations. Your obedience has laid the groundwork for the transformation not just of your life, but of the lives of those who will follow in your footsteps. The seed of faithfulness you planted has already begun to bear fruit, and the harvest is not just for you. It will impact everyone connected to you. Heaven is proud of you, chosen one. The quiet, hidden moments when you chose to stand firm and trust in God, even when no one else saw, have now brought you to this moment. What was once invisible is now about to be made visible. Your faithfulness, though it may have been hidden in the silence of waiting, is now being revealed in glory. You are stepping into a season where the fruits of your obedience will be seen by all. What was planted in the secret places of your heart is about to sprout, and the beauty of your faithfulness will shine for all to see. The time for reward has come, and it is a reward that will not only bless you, but will also carry with it the weight of divine favor. You are about to experience the fullness of God's promises in your life. The silent seasons of struggle and waiting are now giving way to a time of divine manifestation, where what was once unseen will now be revealed in abundance. As you step into this new season, remember to wear the crown of obedience with humility. The reward you are about to receive is not just for your glory, but for God's. It is a testimony to His faithfulness, His goodness, and His ability to take every moment of sacrifice and transform it into something beautiful. Your journey was never about seeking applause or recognition from the world. It was about honoring God's call, trusting in His timing, and remaining steadfast, even when it felt like the journey would never end. And now, as the reward begins to manifest in your life, continue to walk with humility. Let the light of divine favor shine through you, not to draw attention to yourself, but to point others toward the goodness of God. Your obedience has opened doors, not just for you, but for others to walk through as well. Your faithfulness has set the stage for a new season, one where the favor of God will overflow into every area of your life. Now, chosen one, stand firm in the knowledge that your reward is on its way. You are about to witness the fullness of God's promises in ways that will astonish you. What once seemed like a distant hope, a far-off dream, is now drawing near. The waiting was not in vain. The moments of quiet surrender, the times you chose to trust when it seemed like nothing was happening, those were the moments that positioned you for this divine reward. What you have sown in obedience is now ready to come to fruition. You will not only receive the blessings that God has promised, but you will also see the way He has worked behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. What seemed like delays, what seemed like unanswered prayers, were all part of His perfect plan. Now, you are stepping into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. As you enter this season of reward, know that it is not just about receiving blessings for yourself. It is about being a vessel of God's goodness, a reflection of His glory. The light of favor that you carry is not meant to shine for your own recognition, but to lead others to Him. Your obedience has become a beacon of hope, a living testimony that faithfulness is never in vain. You are not just receiving blessings for yourself. You are being entrusted with the responsibility to share that blessing with others, to be a source of light in a world that desperately needs it. The time for waiting is over, chosen one. Your reward is now on its way, and you are about to see the fullness of God's promises come to life in your journey. What you have faithfully sowed is about to be reaped in abundance. The quiet acts of obedience, the small sacrifices you made in secret, are now becoming the foundation of something greater than you could have imagined. Stand tall, knowing that you are entering a season of divine favor, where God's blessings will overflow in your life. Your obedience has prepared the way for this moment, and now you are about to witness the beautiful unfolding of all that heaven has prepared for you. The reward is not just for today, it is for eternity. Every act of faithfulness has been building towards this divine moment, and now the glory of God is about to be revealed in your life in ways you never expected.